Yeah, I just want to say a few things to my daughters and my sons who will come across this video. All right? Yeah, and this has to do with marriage and relationships. All right, now listen to this. How I see my woman. If you want to have a successful relationship, you want to have a successful marriage, you want to enjoy or be successful in your affairs or relationships or marriage or whatever form of union you have with someone you love or you're connected to. Now, if you want to have such a blissful, happy, reasonable, rational, and also lasting relationship, then I think you need to listen to this. Now, for the men, listen. How I see my woman. As for me, this is how I see my woman. There is a life wire that connects her to me. I transmit my emotions, feelings, thoughts, desires, and attitudes to her. So, if I want her to have the good emotions, feelings, thoughts, desires, and attitude, I have to create those features in myself. And she easily gets it because she is connected. She is who I choose to be. If I want her to be happy, then I have to be happy. If I want her to be pleasurable, then I have to be pleasurable. If I want her to be sweet, then I have to be sweet. Whatever I want her to be, that I have to become. I recreate my woman by recreating myself. I rebrand my woman by rebranding myself. If I want her to put me first, then I have to first put her first. I see her as a soil, so I plant good seeds so she can bear good fruits. I see her as an egg, so I handle her with ease and care. I see her as myself, so I treat her the way I want to be treated. I see her as my support, so I support her in everything she does. Look at this. God told me, if you miss this woman, you have lost your essence, value, beauty, shine, and star. Therefore, I fought so hard with everything in me to have her because she's my essence, my value, my beauty, my shine, and my star. Take note of that. You want a woman to submit and to love and to cherish and to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. It all boils down to you. Now, let me say this. The Bible says, this has to do with married people. The Bible says that a man shall leave his father and mother and shall cleave unto his wife, and they two shall become one flesh. In other words, you and your woman coming together in matrimony, both of you have become one body. The Bible recognizes you as one body, as one person, as one individual. When you are joined to your wife, God sees you as one single individual. Now, so therefore, the man and the woman coming together form one person, one body, one individual. That is what the Bible says. Now, remember, the Bible also went further to tell us that the man is the head of the home. The man is the head. You are the head of the home, in the family, in the setting, you are the head. Now, take note of something very closely right here. The head, as we all know it, is a part of the body that carries all the mechanisms that coordinate the body. We know that there are 5 senses, 5 sense organs, 5 senses in every human being. Now, the head carries all 5 senses. And what coordinates the body, what organizes and runs the body, majorly rests and majorly stays in the head. Now, look at this, and look at this very closely. The head is the engine room. The head is the coordinating area, coordinating sector. The head is the mechanism that organizes and coordinates the entire body. Now, in the head is where you have the sense of sight. In the head is where you have the sense of smell. In the head, on the head is where you have the sense of taste. On the head is where you have the sense of hearing, the sense of feeling. Also, on your head is where you have the sense of reasoning, thinking, your brain. You reason and think and calculate and coordinate information from your brain. So it's in the head. The head is where you have the ability to speak. It's in the head, the ability to speak. So you see that the head basically coordinates the entire body. Everything that makes the body function comes from the head. Everything that makes life to function actually resides in the head. Now the Bible says, you and your wife is one body, and you, the man, you are the head. What does that tell you? In other words, this body that has been formed as a result of two people coming together is controlled, coordinated, and organized by you, the man. Now, some men say, my wife is stubborn, my wife is abusive, my wife is rude, my wife is evil, my wife is a demon. They have so many kinds of negative descriptions to describe their women. My wife is not beautiful, she's unattractive. They have so many crazy things to say about their women. But now let me tell you this. You who say your wife is crazy, remember you are the head. You who say your wife is stubborn, remember you are the head. You who say your wife is evil, your wife is wicked, your wife, you have a lot of bad things to say about your wife, remember that you are the head. And so whatever the head does is what determines what the body does. Whatever the head does is what determines the functionality of the body. Now, if your wife is stupid, if your wife is stubborn, if your wife is crazy and silly, as you always say, that tells that the head is wrong. That tells that the head is not correct. That tells that the head is faulty. That tells that the head is also problematic. You are the head. You determine what happens to her. What happens to her is a function of you. You are the one who determines. You are the one who actually determines the way she reacts, the way she thinks, the way she behaves, the way she talks, the way she does everything she does is determined basically by you. Now, when you say your wife is stubborn, it shows you too are stubborn. When you say your wife is stupid, it shows you are stupid. When you say your wife or your woman is whatever description you give, it shows you are that way too. Because it is what you do, what you process, what you organize, what you set up is what comes down to the body. The body survives basically from the head. It's through your mouth you feed your body, right? Now, if your wife is problematic, if your wife is abusive, if your wife is stubborn, if your wife has all the negative descriptions you give and all the bad things you say about her, then it goes a long way to tell you who determines the way she talks, the way she acts, the way she feels, the way she does whatever she does, you who determines that you are also crazy, you're also stubborn, you're also stupid, you're also every of those things you say she is, you are those things too, because she got it down from you. And that is why I wrote this piece down. I said, there is a life wire that connects her to me. And so I transmit my emotions, I transmit my feelings, my thoughts, desires, and attitude to her. And so it is what I am that determines what she'll become. And so when you sit there and say all crazy things about your wife, go check yourself. There is something wrong about you. Go check yourself. There is something wrong about you. Women usually, when they fall in love, they lose their mind. So you can give them a mind. And so whatever mind you put in a woman is the mind she lives with. If you put an aggressive mind in her, she lives with aggression. If you put a crazy mind in her, she lives crazy. If you put an abusive mind in her, she lives abusive. If you put a corrupted, filthy, defiled mind in her, she lives that way. And so whatever you are is what you implant into your woman. Whatever you do is what you implant into your woman. And so therefore you want a reasonable man, you want a reasonable woman, be a reasonable man. You want a rational woman, be a rational man. You want a God-fearing woman, be a God-fearing man. Whatever you want your woman to be that, and she will become just that after you. Let me tell you something. Your woman is who you choose to be. Your woman becomes who you choose to be. Eventually she'll become that. You're aggressive, you'll find your woman becoming more aggressive. You are hot-tempered, you'll find your woman becoming more hot-tempered. You are abusive and all of those things, you'll find your woman becoming those things as well. So therefore, watch what you are. So it will help you to determine who your woman becomes. Now, there is this saying I usually say this all the time. And I say that women are multipliers. Women are multipliers. They multiply. Women are multipliers. They are natural multipliers. Now look at this and get this very seriously. You give a woman a sperm, she gives you a baby. You just put a sperm in her, a liquid in her, and she brings out a full human being. You give a woman ingredients, she gives you a meal. You give a woman a home, she gives you a family. Whatever you put in the hands of a woman multiplies. She has a way to increase and to upgrade and to advance and to multiply. Whatever you give to her, she multiplies it, she increases it, she advances it and expands it, and then she gives it back to you. Now imagine, when you have given your woman aggression, what happens to you? She multiplies it and gives it back to you. When you have given your woman pain and sorrow and tears, when you have given her abuses and insults and you have cursed her out and you pour out all the negative energy on her, she multiplies it and gives it back to you. So if you want, and what you put on her is what she becomes. Like I said in my write-up here, I said, I see her as a soil. What I plant in her is what she brings back up to me. And so you want your woman to bear good fruits, plant good seeds in her. You want your woman to act right, behave normal, and act the way you want her to be, plant good seeds in her and she will produce good fruits. Because a woman is a soil. They always receive, so they can pour back out. They always receive, so they can pour back out. Women always receive, so they can pour back out. All right, this is something I want you to figure out. This is something I want you to figure out, that women are always on the receiving end. They are always on the receiving end. And why are they always receiving? Not to receive and keep, they receive to pour back out. And when they pour back out, they don't pour back out in the same measure you gave to them. They pour back out in a multiplied, increased, and advanced measure. And so you want peace in your life, give your woman peace. And she will multiply peace and pour back out to you. You want happiness in your life, give your woman happiness, and she will multiply it and pour back out onto you. You want joy in your life, give your woman joy, and she will multiply it and pour back out onto you. Whatever you want in your life, give it to your woman, and you will see the multiplied version of it coming back to you. So treat your women right, and you will get the right attitude from them. Do what you're supposed to do, and you will get the best attitude out of your women. And so I want you to take note of this, and moving forward, determine to be a better man, and you will make a better woman. Determine to be a good man, and you will make a good woman. Determine to be a loving man, and you will make a respectful woman. Whatever you choose to be is what your wife eventually becomes. And she won't just become in the same measure you are, she will become in a more advanced, expanded, and multiplied form. So give your women good things, and you will get good things back from them. Have a nice day, and God bless you.